Back to Operencia, the Stolen Sound playthrough. Okay, gotta find another key. Well, at least two. Apparently I need to... Not exactly the most fairest challenge so far. Like, I was fine with all the other ones, but this is a bit more difficult.
But does anyone else feel a draft from above?
How would we know that we need to go get the key out of the furnace? How?
Remember when we were on the other side of this door, unable to open it? Well, now we can.
A proud horseman once wore this armor.
We must keep the key in its mold until we can find a way to cool it off.
Yeah, no kidding.
I remember there was a way to go down the to get down to the water.
This looks like
Forest key. At last, a special item we carry whose origin I fully understand. It's a key, a very large key that opens very large doors like the one to Hodder Castle. Come to think of it, I've seen a few unopenable doors around Operencia with a very similar look. Wonder what would happen if you tried them in the air. I don't remember any other doors. Maybe I forgot. Look at the maps. There we go. Okay, we need to raise this guy's intelligence. then you can use this book. This he needs 55. No note from a Operencia blacksmith. Per lore, other instructions have hidden all 4 keys that unlock 4 doors, guarding the mold for yet another key. Mind you, throughout the forest, each is appropriately secured in accordance with the element it represents. I have no idea why he related his instructions to me in bad poetry, but I'm sure I'm glad I wrote it down. They'll come to my palace, some seeking malice, yet others with love in their hearts. My respect they must earn, and they are going to learn that I have valuable swordplay and smarts. 4 keys they must find, some ahead, some behind, some quite low, while others must much higher. Decide where each one of them goes, as long as each placement shows the theme of earth, wind, water, and fire. As a mere mortal from Operencia, I never imagined I would be summoned to the land of the gods to hide keys of all things. It seems creating all those impractical locks and secret areas for King Barrack Castle have paid off to a far greater degree than just adding some complications to this madman's rule. I hear he called upon stonemasons to fix things. Ha, good luck. Okay, so this actually makes it a bit easier to solve the puzzle.
You'll want to see what has just arrived.
Alright, let's see.
I'd see what you're looking at. Go ahead, buy it.
Very interesting. As far as I know, we got all the doors, right? I didn't explore this area. Alright, we're gonna travel first to here because we didn't explore some areas.
I must say, the back has yielded some of its most impressive items yet.
Alright, let's do some of the potions. Down the enemies with deterrence, yeah, not bad actually. Sensitive ingredient is the most important, healing is the least. So I'm guessing steady first. Root should come right in front of the fungus, then put in the crop, okay. Metal is not the last. Metal. Then the root, then fungus, then the crop, okay. Metal is not, it does not come from the field, but is followed by a poisonous plant. The antibiotic ingredient comes from the waterfront, the poisonous one from mountain, okay. Does not come from the field. So it's a woodland then field. Yes, good. Right, this is changes the damage. Okay, has to be used secondly. This fungus has to use secondly. Okay. This is a poisonous plant before the healing one. Poisonous, but before the healing. Okay. Metal is not from the waterfront nor from the field. Okay. Crop can be left last. Also, it's not antibiotic. Crop first, then antibiotic here. Metal here. Not field or waterfront. Okay. You won't need a mountain plant, but the waterfront you should be the first one. Okay. Petals from the woodlands, and this is that. Okay, good. Let's add vigor to him so that he's able to adapt to more strikes. And here we'll do alright, might as well push up with agility a bit. Okay. But he has damage resistance, okay. We have heal. Lower for 4 turns. Oh, okay. Give her the stun. Do you have fire damage? Alright, let's keep that, the potions. We checked this locations. Let's check this one. There's something locked actually, it says there. Something here that we don't have. There's no full map here. Alright, let's go back here. It's next to the cave. Maybe not. Oh nice, there's a chest. I've never seen it before. This was, I guess, under the water and we never looked. That doorway. Or rest here actually. Alright, resistance to skill. tank him. Hammer. Pull health out of him. Ooh, that's right, I forgot about this. Deep cuts and which will deal continuous damage. Let's drop a rock on him. Alright, good. That's something called a lightning gun. Magic or ruthless saw. Okay. Advanced couple soldier. When we open Hadur's vault in the Tomb of Reka, we all expected to be met with a great treasure, not the most challenging fight with a copper soldier we had ever encountered. Haldur, I understand you want to protect your treasure, but wouldn't this one have been better off protecting you up there in the land of the gods? Not that you need protecting, Haldur. If it's true that each copper soldier is imbued with a damned soul seeking redemption, I wonder whose soul inhabits this metal fellow. A great warrior, perhaps? A king? Wouldn't it be something if he wound up fighting the soundly defeating King Brek a second time? I like that story. That's how I'm going to tell it to the rest of my family. Alright, she leveled up. We can reduce energy cost of her stuff. That. Well, he's wearing something that's very much particular to him. Ooh, that's interesting. that's not gonna work. Okay. Hmm. Lightning gun, eh? Does better damage though. Let's increase this. Critical damage purposes and such. Alright, new journal entry. The letter from Hador. If you are reading this, you either have my unspoken permission to be here or you're an intruder about to die. I will assume you are the former. It's entirely possible the latter have already met your fate. Just look around. I have no love for the middle world, Operencia you call it, but I do admire its apparent love for me. Or perhaps fear of me is better phrasing. Whatever the case, the Midworlders have elevated my own standing over the millennium, from mere Firesmith King to Natrite God of War. Let Neprikali and Selkirali have her sun and wind. Let them have her forests of gold and silver. The forces of nature they control are all but taken for granted by humanity. But war gets their attention. War is prayed to. War demands sacrifice. War is constant. Until it's not. The man known as Attila was as impressive as I ever seen in a human. Never before has one man so represented the ideas of war and peace all in one shell. There was much bloodshed in his travels throughout the middle world, but in the end there was peace, at least for as long as he lived. Not even Tate's uprising could disrupt the peace for more than one day. I wonder, did Attila even know what he was fighting? Yes, he knew. Tate was a dragon, but did he know what a dragon even is? Did he know that most dragons indeed originate from human parents? Only their birth in underworld makes them different. Did he know he knew Tate's mother? Did he know that? Well, perhaps there are some things midworlders must discover for themselves. In the meantime, I welcome you to take anything of use to you in here. I deem you worthy of it. If you are not already dead, that is. For a second I thought the cutscene's about to kick in. All right. Did we already recover? Oh, we did do have a fight. Okay. We're resting him.
What will it be this time? Weapons? Armor?
Hey, intelligence thing. Okay.
My bag reveals new weapons when they are needed most.
And get this and use it for Ella and for Scylla. We get the extra charge. Right, let's
The
go.
companions unlocked the door, not knowing what to expect on the other side. They were greeted by darkness and silence. For a full minute, they moved forward with only enough light to see a few steps ahead, until suddenly they found themselves in the presence of Hadur, seated upon his throne, with an appropriately godly presence. Fiery light filled the room in an instant. If this was some sort of intimidation tactic by the Firesmith King, it was working.
You have arrived.
Hadur's words were stern, yet strangely inviting. Not quite welcoming, but inviting.
We have, Lord Hador. A lifelong mission brings me to you, whilst those with me seek an audience with you for other important reasons.
Your reasons are the same, whether you know it or not. You, Sebastian, seek to fulfill a personal prophecy involving the finest blade I ever crafted. Everyone else, you aim to find my brother. Your world will die without him. Yet you stand no chance against the dragon who has enslaved Nokkirai, without the very sword Sebastian so desperately pursues.
Our paths are linked.
They are. But to face the dragon's flame in the underworld, you must be prepared.
Prepared? You mean with the sword we seek? And did you say the underworld?
You will need the sword, yes. And the armor I have yet to craft for you. The dragon holds my brother in the underworld, and he has no reason to leave the realm that fuels his powers. You have no choice but to confront him there.
But how? We have no means to enter that dreadful place.
You will, but first return to the Copper Forest. To the west you will find the axe of the Iron Meter. Only with this mystical tool will you be capable of retrieving a limb from the three-branch tree, from which your new armor will be forged. Upon your return, you will know everything I have to tell you. Now, take the west exit. Do not keep me waiting.
Oh, damn it. This is not gonna be an easy one, is it?
Back in this dreadful forest. At least we won't have to worry about weapon-wielding woodcutters anymore. He surely called them off. Right?
Maybe. But you did predict some death traps earlier that we never really saw. Hear that churning? I think we're about to.
Alright. Oh, great.
Ah, yes, a death trap.
An unwelcome visitor taunted them from the other end.
I see you made it to the top of the tree. So did I.
Boldijar.
Even if you do make it past this, more traps await you. Not to mention woodcutters, now under my control, more driven than ever to kill you. Good luck.
He left the scene. They could no longer see him.
Nobody likes you, do they, Keller?
He will pay.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna save right now. And I'm gonna come back in about 5 minutes.